What do you say, Scorpio? This is Cosmic Boogeyman. So I'm gonna come at you. Oh, look at this jumper jumping right out at me. I'm gonna come at you with a timeline read. If you're a first-time viewer, timeline read is just a 21 card base read, and what it will be is a timeline read is a 4 card foundational read. So I give you what they are, the cornerstones. How do I explain this to you guys? They're cornerstones. Lose my train of thought. Very busy day here. So I have 4 cornerstones, and then I have a conduit, and then I have a center line. The the base read is basically just looking at it. Hey, how is it looking now? Obviously, when I ask you a simple question like, "Hey, how did things go today at your meeting?" It's a complex question. Yes, you can say everything was fine, but then when you start saying, "Hey, what were the numbers like? How did your boss interpret your presentation?" That's what this is. A timeline read is basically looking at like what is your overall, like what when I say how was your day, this is your situation. How is your life? That's kind of what we're looking at here. So this is your cornerstone. This is when we start looking at your life. This is how you're connected to your existence in here in the 3D. So right now your world is upside down. Right where, as I would see it here, Scorpio, things aren't going the way you would expect. You're either disconnected or you're not feeling like you're in control of whatever this is. For me, this is an interesting thing because I find that Scorpios in general have control over their energy, or they tend to feel like they have control over their energy. I'm gonna keep going here. I'm gonna fast pull, or I'm gonna rapid pull just the next few cards. So I would feel like there's a commitment or a community commitment between you and somebody else, or you and 2 other people. I feel like this is a long-term commitment, something you can't just break, you can't just disconnect from, but you feel as though that's how it's going. There's a past life, or you're a mother figure, or there's a mother figure involved here. This could be a fire sign, somebody that you are a long time working with. The foundational animals, someone that has an animal, always had an animal. The animal tends to play a significant part in this person's life, but that's a very important part. This other person definitely is a they're a plant person. That's the other thing to keep in mind. So as I keep going here, I want to keep you in check. I want to let you know this is a general read. This is not a thing I like to do. I read for friends, family. I never charge. Um, I've had a lot of situations where I could charge, I could charge money for this. But I have learned to not charge money. It's not that I don't want to charge money, but in my situation in my life, I've learned to never charge because I could not only misrepresent something, but I have found in past lives I have abused the power that I have. I think we all have this power, but I think I've learned to abuse the power that we've been given. So I know that this power exists in each and every one of us, but we failed to recognize this power because we don't want to have the power. Because think about it. If you knew you could wake up every morning and have the lottery numbers, I'll know you could direct your life. What would that mean? How would you change your outlook? How would you change the situation? So Scorpio, what would you do with that? I think that you would change the way you think about things. I know you would. Don't say you wouldn't. Um, if I said you could, go find $100,000 in a bag somewhere every time, what would that mean? Uh, you would go find that $100,000, I'm sure. But what would you do with that $100,000 every day? Have you ever seen the movie Groundhog Day? If you haven't, amazing movie, Bill Murray. It really makes you kind of second guess, like, hey, reliving a day over, and they get into that, they really do. But this thing that I was kind of coming through the other day, and I'm going to pull your final cornerstone here in a second. But one thing I want to do as I shuffle this last cornerstone for you is Ned Flanders. Ned Flanders. Um, there's always been a theory going around there that Ned Flanders for Groundhog Day is the devil, and I've kind of like thought about this and really considered it. I've always wondered like, is he the devil? Could he be the devil? Because like if you ever seen the movie, Bill Murray's character never recognizes him. He doesn't know who he is. And Scorpio, that's an interesting, thought, interesting theory, but he doesn't recognize him. Why does he not recognize this guy? You know, Needlehead Ned, Nose Ned, whatever it was. He used to tease him. But Ned seems to always have the upper hand with this guy, and one thing he is investing in is life insurance. So anyhow, the point is, if I said you could wake up and find $100,000 or control that, or have that power every day, wake up, boom, you got 100,000. That energy is yours. You can just manifest it. And we agree you would want that. But every day you would wake up with that power. What would you do with that $100,000? What would you do with this? Okay, one day you would do something for yourself. Then you would slowly build this world, this life, this universe around you. How would that change you? How would that change you as a person? That inner voice that you use, if you're one of them who has that. And I'm very, very strong in the belief that we have this inner voice, but that inner voice is our true self. But that's just for another video. Anyway, what would happen is we would just end up building this universe around this. But is that luck, that 100,000? Where is that coming from? Who's giving that to us? Is that gifted? Is that granted? So our base read here, the point I'm giving you is you can manifest, but you haven't triggered it yet. So at the foundation, at your center line, off the conduit, which the universe is bringing this luck in, okay? Brand new start, no regrets. There's love here. You're hurt. Something's bothering you. Breadcrumbing. Something's happening. There's a message is either coming or going. Something's fast moving, and you're really lucky to have whatever this is, okay? This person's your partner. This person, you're in alignment with whatever this is, and we'll pull a couple more cards here. And I'm really curious to see what comes out. But what I want to know is, I feel like there's a miscommunication happening from your counterpart, okay? Whoever this person is, or this other person. I was saying initially, I think that this person, your friend or whatever, could be past life, or the person you're dealing with could be past life, but community. But I'm actually saying, especially when I pulled so many cards, and I do my double tarot deck here. So this is an identical tarot deck, just different patterns. It's just a different version of it. Anyway, if you look at these cards here, and you just play a little tarot with me, you'll notice there's one king, one queen, and let's just double check here for just a second and see what we get. And they're from two different tarot decks. So you're almost like from two different worlds. So for what that would tell me, if you were asking me, this queen has their own life. This king has their own life. Was married before, or was like definitely like with somebody before. Built their entire life. Has their own stability. Somebody has their ear. There's a miscommunication. There's a Pisces by their side. That's the Pisces card. Sorry, excuse me. Happiness. But to their right, this king in your cornerstone here, Scorpio. There's definitely a fire sign. Someone has fire in their chart. Fire could be like their rising sign. It could even be prominent. It could be they could be a Sagittarius or an Aries. Anyway, this person has a water sign at their side, but you have a water and a fire sign. But typically this would be two people, but there's a message or a messenger. It's almost like this. You've had communication with both. But there's a luck here. As I see this, you could be the divine match to this person, or there's a divine connection. What we haven't noticed, or I haven't talked about here, is there was a divine ending. If you can see this black card, this is a very special card to my deck, because this is a very, very special deck to me. Try not to cough on you. you. This black card is about communication, but divine communication or like permanent communication, like when you meet the one or you don't meet the one. But you can see how there's an indecision and there's a moving on, a regret. But this kind of clusters in with love. So whoever this person is, like they really rev your engine or you rev their engine, and they really feel it. But there's a heartbreak here, there's love here. Whatever this is, it's fast moving action. So we're going to pull here quickly. But in your cornerstones, you have an indecision, the sun. So they're a life lesson. They make you feel better. They raise your vibration. The sun comes out. They flipped your world. Like when they came in, or you came into their world, something changed, Scorpio. So let's keep going. Possibility of a new opportunity. More jumpers. Tower moments. Wow. Too many. I want to put these back. I typically do not like doing this, Scorpio, just so you understand where I'm coming from. But okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so we have the one new opportunity or failed new opportunity. Or you're the one for them. That's what I'm getting. And there's one of those cards that just flipped, just so you have an idea. So my deck's definitely talking to us, which is really good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this card back in perspective for us because it's off screen. Um, but someone's hurt by breadcrumbing. Either you or them was breadcrumbing. There was almost like a one-way message. It was felt like the going nowhere fast messages are one way, passion one way, past life one way. But it wasn't past life one way. And I want to say this before I get into this other person, Scorpio, or this could be you or them. If you're the masculine or you're the feminine, doesn't matter, one or the other. But there's some luck here. Like whatever you have with this other person, it doesn't just happen. See, like there's a manifestation on top of the manifestation. Like you manifested them. It's almost as though like, have you ever done this with somebody? You grabbed wrists, you cross wrists like this, you know. Let's see if I can really get on camera here. But you did this, like you crossed wrists and you grabbed each other and you just held and you spun around and you held hands really tightly. Um, I feel, look at this card. I feel as though that's what's happened here. And you have flung each other and you propelled each other into a new direction, which is great. Um, this here tells me this is about either like the non-monogamy card or like even polygamy, which is not a bad situation, but there's heartbreak that came out of that. So it's like, wow, you have so many partners now. That's awesome. But you left me to do that, even though you have these new divine connections. There's heartbreak out of the love that you found, and that's where this like kind of yin and yang happened. But like, even though we manifested each other, we had to break this off. That's where these new opportunities came out of, these brand new starts. So the universe is saying, hey, will you sacrifice this connection to find something better? And that's what's happening here. It's sacrificing something to go into something better. And that's what's really crazy. It's like sparking the connection into going to a brand new start. Would you do that? Would you continue to do that? Would you continue to find something? I guess that's the real question. Would you do that? Um, would you sacrifice your relationship to go into something more amazing? And I think that's what we're seeing here. And I'm trying to tie into the rest of the cards here. But it looks like you're sacrificed to find something better or find yourself. And here we have another jumper. Yeah, see? You walked away from something to find your ultimate happiness. Um, the universe is testing you or testing them to kind of raise your vibration to the next level. So this could be them or you, but you're going to either find your older person or they're going to find their older person. It's almost like you're going to find the more emotionally mature person out of this and say like, wow, why were you so immature? And why was that person so immature? I waited with this immature person. They were the ones who didn't buy me the birthday cake or like just dropped the ball at all the presents and just didn't think to kind of even think about me when they did things. They just were ignoring me. And that's is why all those burdens quickly ended everything. What I considered love manifested a brand new start. And that's what's happened. It wasn't a lack of passion. It was the breadcrumbing left me into this new beginning. The divine is was saying to you, knocking on your head the whole time, Scorpio, saying, why are you not going for this new connection? Are you ignoring this for a reason, or are we just going to keep going? Because you kept going, and you are at the wheel of fortune. You are not heartbroken. That's the thing. You're not heartbroken. Um, Heartbreak is like read. It looks like to me the heartbreak has led to a lucky break. That's what it is. So I want to see right here. I want to pull. I'm going to pull actually back this way because I'm super curious to see what you have. Because this new opportunity where your world has gone upside down has led to a lucky break. Because you moved on to bigger and better through the divine. The divine has said, hey, look at this past opportunity that's offering you love. This person is an emotionally mature person that's offering you a lucky break. And they're divinely connected. They're not looking for the people. They're going to cut the ties of the past and then break you free. Why do you not offer this? Their their offer, their chance is something like you've never seen before. The guys or the men or the women or the divine feminine, I think the people of the past that you've been going with have been more masculine, but they've been dry, is what I get. Like they're almost been like they're so rigid they wouldn't break free from what they are, but they're hot-headed and you couldn't get away from it. Now you're having choices. And that's what's so bananas. You can even see it right here, Scorpio. I'm pulling the cards as they are. So you're getting guys or divine masculines even better lining up for you. Like make your choice. What do you want? So Scorpio, you have a choice. It's your lucky break. This breakup is a lucky break for you because you're going to have a choice and they're going to basically be your new opportunity. You just don't see it yet. Your new opportunity is this. So into this next phase of your life, what do you want to make from this? See, your cards are just jumping. See, you're so ignorant to this. That this is self-imprisonment. This is what you don't see. This is your indecision, which is your cornerstone. So you're going to keep coming back around to this. I feel like you've already been through this. They're not quite tower moments. You don't have tower moments. Even though we have two tarot decks here, you do not have the tower moments. If that makes sense to you, which I think it really does. Because we're not pulling any tower moments, but the divine's here on your on the bottom of the deck. So the divine's guiding your hand, saying, "Hey, you're not doing anything wrong. What's your bigger and better? Like we know that you moving on to bigger and better is great, but what is it? It's happiness. It's your ultimate happiness. It's this. Your indecision is you're afraid to make the wrong choice, but you're going to make the right choice. Follow your happiness. End the pain. Get rid of that pain. So if you're with somebody or you were with people that really hurt you, Scorpio, then don't do that. Get away from them. Those people, they're just wasting your time. Don't be regretful. Move on. Why are you regretful from the people that were hurting you? Look for the people who make you happy. Simple, easy. You can breadcrumb the people that don't make you happy. There's nothing wrong with that. Just treat treat them if they're going to treat you like match their energy is what I'm getting. Match their energy. That's it. I'm going to pull one more card here from this and then take action. So if they're like, "Hey, let's hang out," and you want to hang out, then hang out. Otherwise, you're not going to hang out with them because you have no reason to hang out with them. So what I'm going to do is pull one final card from the universe, directly from the universe. I'm using my my I would say training deck that I used. But um, this is not. This basically skips from me to you, and I feel like what's going to happen for you, Scorpio, is you have choices lining up. You already have some. One is probably like an air sign. It could be. This typically is a Aquarian male, but it's one of those. It's like so you have to think things through from all perspectives, and that's what this divine message is giving you. Okay. So that's just directly from the divine to you. Skips me altogether. Uh, but what I'm telling you is your situation is really, really amazing. That's what's going to happen here is your situation's super amazing because you're going through a really lucky opportunity and this is what I was talking about here is this. Your heartbreak is a new opportunity, and that's what's awesome for you. It is. It's a new opportunity, and that's what I'm seeing is you have a brand new opportunity. You have this brand new opportunity that you just have to be really mindful of. Okay? You have this lucky break that's coming in at this new if you just hang in there, whatever this is, you know, if you hang in there, this new opportunity is coming in because the conduit runs this way. It typically runs this way. It can run backwards, but that's I have yet to see it. I know it can. I just know it can. I have yet to see it. It typically runs this way. You can see with the brand new start here. That's the base card. As far as we read tarot, 0 is base. The reason I call this the cornerstone, the base, ground zero, is because this is where everything kind of happens. Like the explosion. Then this when this happens, the world go upside down because of this Aquarian male or this air sign male or divine masculine. That's going to be an air sign. That's when your lucky break will happen because your world will go upside down. Your heartbreak will be over, but they're going to be a passionate person based off this old person. I think there's a connection here, though. I think there is a connection. I think that either you have neighbors, friends, I don't know what it is, but there's people that are currently impeding your situation, or there's someone that's trying to slow this down. And what you have to do is just kind of break free from whatever this is. And your lucky break is coming, and it's going to come fast. Okay. So I just want you to be really be really mindful and be really safe. Um, but just get out of the self imprisonment. When this happens, just let yourself know that you are you are chosen for this new opportunity. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please subscribe. And if you want to, let me know what you guys think. If you like the content, if I can change it, I would really like your opinion. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.